Sup guys, Coach Noah here with ChristianBasketballers.com. Today I want to teach you guys how to improve your three-point shooting game with some inspirational Bible verses like Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So what you're going to want to do is...
Coach, I don't think that's what the verse is about.
Really? You sure about that?
Hey everyone, it's Noah. It's not Coach Noah. I'm here to just share a little bit about the passage for today in our Philippians CO challenge. We have Philippians chapter 4 verses 10 through 13. And as you know by the intro video, this is a really a misquoted verse, a verse that's usually given out of context. A lot of athletes like to use it. And no shade to Steph Curry, that's the man. Love how he represents the Lord on the court and off the court. But I just wanted to share with you guys what this verse is actually about. And the key thing here is that context is king. So if you guys look at verse 10, 11, and 12, you'll see what exactly Paul is saying about how he can do all things through Christ who strengthens him. And if you look at verse 11, in this case, verse 10 talks about how Paul is rejoicing that the Philippian church saw a need in Paul's life and they sent a gift to him. But not only that he's also sharing the secret of life. In verse 11, he says, "Not that I am speaking of being in need, for I have learned in whatever situation I am to be content." And that's the key word for this passage and for the application for today is contentment in Christ. Verse 12 talks about how Paul went through all circumstances that actually took him to learn how to be content. He was brought low, he abounded, and in every circumstance, he learned how to be abundantly content in Christ. And that's what he can do in Christ. All things that he can do in Christ Jesus. So I just want to ask you guys the question, where are you finding contentment this week? What are you doing to find contentment? And just to ask that question to yourself, that if I were to find contentment in Christ, how would my life look differently? Because the Lord is well pleased with you in the person of Jesus, and we have peace with God because of Christ. So if that's the case, how can your life look different by finding true contentment in Jesus this week? Just want to challenge you guys with that, leave you with that, and have a great night.